My name is Regan. I am non-binary, and to me that means that I feel like my gender encompasses both masculinity and femininity, and that I can exist in both of those spaces equally and without existing within like the binary of gender. Yeah, so I grew up in California. I have 4 sisters and I felt very connected to them. I enjoyed being part of a sisterhood, and I really loved the feminine energy that existed in our house. I feel like once I was kind of a teenager and had an opportunity to explore my own identity, I did feel like I wanted to explore the more masculine realm, but I also wasn't necessarily allowed to. So I remember when I was like 15, I shaved half my head, and my mom made me cut it all off because she said I looked like a lesbian. And I loved it. I loved having short hair, and I had short hair for almost the entirety of high school. And then when I was an adult and I met someone who was non-binary for the first time, it just made a lot of sense to me. And even after that, it took me a few more years to come out for various reasons, but it almost just was like this magical door opening that I finally had the language to like understand how I felt about myself. I think that visibility means, I think if we're talking about like representation in media, it means having people who are queer and who are like full and complex humans who get to experience non-stereotypical their life in like a non-stereotypical way, I guess. I think visibility in life just means, I don't know, allowing ourselves to be in situations where we can understand people who are different than us in like a safe and vulnerable environment. Yeah, it was a little bit dramatic, and not all at once. I came out to my friends first, and that was really special, and I did not plan on coming out to my family, but we had a huge argument on our group chat about religion, and it just kind of came out, and I was so scared because the context wasn't great and it wasn't what I wanted, but my family was extremely supportive, which was very surprising to me, and we're still working on getting them to understand, but yeah, coming out as both non-binary and bisexual, it felt like very dramatic, but also like going through that has helped me to build a relationship with them in which I can be like a more authentic version of myself, and I feel extremely lucky and fortunate that they are willing to learn and be there for me. I think like one thing I do want to talk about is like, for me, a big breakthrough in coming out was like discovering my own sense of style, and like I've always like expressed myself through fashion, and so in coming out and like exploring my identity through fashion in that way was also like very fun, like, and sometimes like really frustrating, but so fun. And I wish that like everybody got that opportunity, and I wish I could just hang out with everybody and dress them up and help them feel very like affirmed in who they are, because fashion is incredible, an incredible tool. I think to my younger self I would say, don't worry so much about what other people think. I think that is so obvious and so corny, but I was so embarrassed about everything growing up. I just was so debilitated by anxiety and embarrassment, and I wish that I could let go a little bit and know that like my opinions and my beliefs and my thoughts were valid, and that they deserved to be like spoken and explored. I think my biggest inspiration has been just like the power of queer friendship. I don't think I really felt like myself. I felt like very much like an imposter of myself until I met my friends and was able to see myself in them. And in that, I felt really, really comfortable and validated and at home. I'm very inspired by them. They're so brave. I think just don't be afraid to reach out, because people aren't as scary as they seem, and they want to love you, and they're looking for you too.